Here we are, November 3rd at the trial garden at Landscape Ontario in Milton. We're wandering through the gardens and we're amazed that it's still looking good. Normally at this time of year, all the annuals would be pulled and the bulbs would be planted. That's going to happen soon, but this is sort of our last look at the gardens, and it's just amazing to see some things just looking brilliant. This caught my eye when I drove in this morning. Lobularia, Sweet Alyssum. This is Stream Violet from Danziger, and the bloom today is as good as it was a few months ago in the summertime. And part of the reason for that could be the fact that there's very little seed set, so that the energy from this plant is going into the production of bloom instead of seed. What brilliant late season color. And even some other plants have stood up to the frost that we've had. This is a phlox star, an annual phlox. Still showing a lot of brilliant color in the garden. This is Campanula, Spring Bell, Dark Blue. This is from Syngenta. This is just planted this year. I don't know what the winter hardiness is going to end up being, but I was really impressed with the fact that it's looked this good since the middle of the summer. It'll be interesting to see if it survives, what kind of growth pattern we're going to have next year, and what kind of bloom pattern. Here we are standing in a patch of Bidens from Syngenta flowers. We have a variety of different cultivars with different flower colors and foliage color. This plant, the Bidens, are sometimes called beggar ticks because of the barbs on the tips of the seed. These two-pronged barbs are very good for sticking to clothing, as you can see here, and going for a ride on you around the garden. This would not be a great plant to have right beside your front door if you're going to be brushing up against it. But it's brilliant colors this time of year. This selection, from what I see here in the trials, are just, the fall applications are really evident from a color perspective, and the fact that it can withstand some frost makes it a good selection for fall applications. Here's another plant selection that really stands up to frost, the calendula, sometimes called pot marigold. Not as commonly grown as maybe it should be, because it really does create some great late season color in the garden. And if you're interested in perennials, here are some other perennials that we've seen in the trials that have a really long bloom period as well. So 2022 has provided us with some challenges from the climate being very hot and dry. But in spite of all of that, we've had some fantastic performance from our plants in the trials, and some surprises have certainly become evident. Pleasant surprises, I should say. We look forward to next year's trial offerings.